The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus to read for minutes. Published 2.03. 2020 updated 2.03. 2020 intriguing movie, Don't Look Back, is filled with deep meaning. Gradually, the woman began to notice changes in the house, which over time became very disturbing to her. The body of the heroine acquires new outlines. The problem is that all these strange changes are noticeable only to Jean. What is happening to the successful writer? Why is she now in constant stress? Let's try to get to the truth and find out what the true meaning of the movie is. The meaning of the movie, Don't Look Back. From the first frames, the viewer is imbued with respect not only for the convincing play of actors, but also for the work of the director. Sophisticated fans of twisted movies, it would seem, have seen everything. However, the director of the movie, Don't Look Back, managed to surprise them. The heroine is slowly but surely going mad. She does not fully understand or realize what is happening to her. The other members of the large family do not notice any changes. Everyone is immersed in his personal life with its own difficulties and problems. The heroine is left alone with her obsessive thoughts, fears and complexes. They do not yet know how to get out of this trap. It is vital for a woman to find a soulmate. Why sometimes our closest people do not hear us and do not understand us. Soulmates can hurt us at the worst possible moment. A close bond can gradually break down completely. To prevent this, it is important to be more attentive to the desires and requests of a native person. It is very easy to offend. Once again, to earn trust is sometimes impossible. A person builds a deaf wall in front of him. It is not even a house, just a monolithic fence without windows and doors. It is impossible to reach the soul of such a person. The point of the movie, Don't Look Back, is to show everyone how important it is to participate in the life of your neighbor. Sometimes you just need to say a word of approval, praise, listen, cry together. If a person once opened his soul to you, take care of him. Fate sends us sincere and loyal people very rarely. You should not offend, commit despicable deeds, deceive. Atone for betrayal, an almost impossible task. The movie, Don't Look Back, tells about the importance of finding your calling in this life. Aimless, initiativeless existence will not lead to anything good. A man over time closes in on himself. He becomes unsociable and constrained. Such a person simply lost faith in the good thoughts of people. He stops believing even the closest. If one finds something to one's liking, one becomes one step closer to a happy life filled with joyful events. All change must always start with yourself. If you do not believe in miracles, they will never happen. If you trust only rational approaches, do not eat the gifts of fate. Fortune will never smile on withdrawn, insecure, imaginative people. Stop engaging in constant self-analysis and self-examination. It's a path to nowhere. Just give yourself permission to be happy. Do not be afraid to conquer the most distant peaks, because on the way you are sure to grow wings. Do not look back on past blunders and problems, turn over an unsuccessful page of life and go only forward with your head proudly raised. Appreciate only the real moments, because they do not repeat. The meaning of the ending of the movie, Don't Look Back. After the end of the movie, Don't Look Back, there is still some confusion. Why does the main character have such a strange behavior throughout the film? What are the reasons for her deeds and actions? There are definitely more questions than answers. The meaning of the ending of the movie, Don't Look Back, is to convey to the viewer the main idea that for inner balance we need peace of mind. Most people need moral support and understanding. A person can just exist without bright ups and downs for a long time. However, one day something clicks in his head and he begins to look at himself with completely different eyes. He begins to set interesting goals for himself, checks himself for strength. If he doesn't break down, doesn't put his hands down, he confidently goes further. Sometimes external stimuli act as a catalyst for transformation. We all live in society. We are all completely different. It is known that there are no perfect people. Therefore, some begin to weave intrigues, collect gossip, spread rumors. Having learned about themselves false unflattering information, a person can break down. This should not be allowed under any circumstances.